Well, well, well. We're back on Ravaged, everyone. Welcome to another game of Little War Game. Like I said, back on Ravaged. And also back with two people we've seen before on the channel. So once again, let's introduce them. In the top right hand side of Ravaged, spawning with the red pieces, it is Joshers09. And all the way on the other side with the blue pieces, it is Neagat. Now, we've seen these people before. We haven't seen them playing each other yet, but we have seen each of them before. This is an interesting situation. Because when it comes to the stats that are to my availability, I have not checked like their personal insane ratings, whatever. Like I don't have any data when it comes to these people playing against each other, but I do have some interesting stuff to tell you still. Neagat has still not played any ranked games this season. So far, he is unranked, which also means that this game is unranked. As the results would otherwise pop up in the leaderboards. But in the previous season, he was Division 1, which is still, it's a pretty good division to be in. But it was on a previous MMR calculation system, but nonetheless still Div 1. Having that said though, so is Joshers. Joshers is in the current season Div 1. Now I don't know how they stack up against each other. I do know, however, that players like Heffy and stuff would be in, I believe the highest league is Beta League. During the season, and so far they have not reached it yet. Since what in the world was that wolf doing? Since the MMR is calculated differently, and there are different like borders to or different values you need to get the higher rankings at. So Heffy and others like him not being at the highest league does kind of want to tell me that Div 1 is not necessarily harder, but like the tiers have obviously been distributed a little bit differently. Div 1 still is like around the middle, like Div 2, Div 1 is around middle of the pack. But having that said though, Joshers does have a total MMR of 1720. So it is slowly getting up there. So he's doing quite well for himself thus far. So yeah, I'm going in this with a clean slate. Neagat with a nice move, moving the workers through by right-clicking on the gold mine at his natural to deal some extra damage to these wolves. Getting the workers to surround them. This wolf is going to be taken down. So far, I don't think he has lost a single thing, while Joshers did lose 2 wolves. And with the 3 raiders, this wolf is also ready to die. 3 wolves down, 135 gold lost for a player in the red, and absolutely nothing for Neagat with 3 full health raiders. In the meantime, Joshers, however, does have 5 wolves, managed to get himself 2 dens from the start of the game, and it looks like this is not completely walled off. I'm not entirely sure if, like, wolves can run past this, and if this is a misplacement, but I highly doubt that it is an effective placement, as yes, wolves indeed just run through here, so I assume that more than just wolves can run through it. Not the best position. Joshers, however, getting himself a second base as well as Neagat. Josh's base would get up quicker, but the worker gets KO'd by 1 stab from the raiders. It's a nice flash away from Neagat, but It's not a great position to be in. I expect him to want to flash an additional time. Or he's just going to attack. In the meantime, these workers, not a great time just having them waiting there. Would have preferred to see them continue to mine while this was being built and now being pulled. But nonetheless, it's not too bad. He's 100 gold behind when it comes to the total mined gold, but he's 180 ahead when it comes to the lost gold, so Neagat's still in an advantage, which could have been bigger, but not that insane. 2 archers enter the battlefield on Neagat's side. Is it going to be enough though? I doubt it so far, because there's quite a few wolves. Nonetheless, raiders are strong when it comes to fighting against wolves, but when they are this low health, there's not really that much that they can do. This raider is very close to just dying. Just manages to escape. Workers being pulled, trying to deal some extra damage to the wolves, pushing them away. So far, so good. However, Joshers is getting himself a 3rd base. Does he have enough workers to actually mine efficiently from all of them? No, he does not. Is he making additional workers? Yes, he is. Is he going to split his workers? Yes, he is. Well, it's not like the most efficient worker split. Like, I mean, 5 or 6 workers, I believe, is peak efficiency per worker, but I really wanted him to make some more workers, because if you look at the income, he is a little bit behind, even though he is getting his 3rd base up and running. He is a total of 4 workers behind, which is not an insane amount, and I do believe that he is going to catch up when it comes to the economy, especially if he's able to build 3 workers at the same time, but it's still not the best spot to be in. Watchtower is going to be made to try and protect the 3rd from any raider run-bys, and I don't know if he's going to flash in, but I highly doubt that he is. 1 wolf almost taken down by the raiders. I think he needs to flash out though, as these wolves are trying to surround them by going around. Is it going to happen though? I think that at least one of these raiders has to die. So far though, none of them have been taken down yet, which is absolutely insane to be honest. But he is keeping those wolves busy. There is a wolf at the 3rd base location, also one over here as well, keeping an eye on a possible 3rd being made from Neagat, and now the raiders are finally going to be taken down. 1 raider is going to be taken down. Are they all going to be taken down? He is going to flash over the wall, giving himself some room, but wait, there is another wolf. Is it going to deal enough damage though? That one doesn't, but this one is. Another raider dies, and another one is ready to be taken down. I don't think he's going to be able to take it down though, as the reinforcements from Neagat join the raider, but the wolves have already moved back a little bit. Is he going to see that the army is going to run out? He does spot 2 soldiers, and he sees that one of them is running away, so I expect him to think that there is a fight coming his way. I'm not entirely sure what he is researching. I think that is an upgrade to allow the watchtowers to see invisible units. Not entirely sure about the name of the upgrade though. Still need to learn that, as I have not seen it being constructed before, to be honest. But it is an interesting one. In the meantime, Neagat's army does manage to arrive at the natural base. Not a lot of army from Joshers actually being there, ready to confront the army. Joshers not moving his wolves back earlier. Apparently not thinking that this army would be this big. Is in a little bit of a predicament. All of the workers are being pulled back to his main base, having a total of, I believe, like 16, 9 plus 6 is 15 at his main base. It's not the best position to be in. This soldier is having the time of his life, I think. Even though he is attacking the wolf den, or not attacking anything at all, because he is on a move command together with this army. He could have slain that wolf easily. I feel like boxing this army separately would have been a better move. But it's just 1 soldier lost. However, these wolves are doing quite a bit of damage. These soldiers are being surrounded quite well. Both of them are going to be taken down at the exact same time. This soldier is going to be taken down. These archers are going to be hunted down by the wolves because they have very greater movement speed. But more reinforcements enter the fray. There is a worker being joined in this army as well. This worker is going to probably try and make a third base. Is it going to be enough of an army to hold it though? Another den is being constructed, which is going to make 4 in total. Is it going to be enough of an army? I don't know for sure. Feels like a split. Too many workers is pulling a few of them back to saturate his main base a little bit more. Neagat, however, is going to try and make himself a watchtower over here, getting himself a better position, or a better offensive position. But I highly doubt that this watchtower is going to survive for much longer. Joshers trying to take down some of the reinforcements is just going to run past them, which is an interesting choice. But another den is going to be constructed. A snake charmer is constructed all the way in the top left-hand side corner as well. Watchtower is going to be taken down over here. Neagat trying to deal a lot of damage, but he is surrounded completely by all of these wolves, so all of the army over here is going to be taken down relatively easy. The workers that have been killed, though, are only 2, so it's not that many, to be honest. Joshers still having the upper hand when it comes to the economy. And that is a very interesting situation. Wolves returning, surrounding the watchtower. It's going to be taken down very quickly. All of these archers are going to be hunted by the wolves as well, so I feel like everything over here is just going to be taken down. There are 15 wolves in total for Joshers. That is very nice to see for the player in the red, but in the meantime, these soldiers can put up quite a decent fight. Are there any other upgrades though? No. Are there any buildings that can make upgrades? Well, talking about buildings that can make upgrades, the first animal testing lab is in production, and the second one as well. Is it going to be 1-1 upgrades at the same time, or is it going for a double attack, double armor upgrade? I'm going to be very curious to find out, but Joshers is going to get the upgrades first. When it comes to the mine goal, they are pretty equal. Joshers is having the income advantage right now, as he is also constructing his 4th, trying to, continue his economic lead. But he is 1,000 gold more efficient in all of the trades, so technically he is 1,000 gold ahead, and that is probably what caused him, or what allows him to get the double animal testing lab on the way. Another wolf den is going to be constructed. 5 snakes being made at the same time. With the other wolf den, it's going to be 6 units at the exact same time. 1 animal testing lab is finished in construction, gets the 1 attack upgrade. What is going to be the upgrade from the second animal testing lab? We will figure out in just a second, I believe. But yeah, the 4th base, yeah, it's going to be 1-1 at the exact same time, which is going to be very nice. But yeah, Neagat is behind. No forges for him just yet. When you look at his tech, it's only 4 barracks and nothing else. No workshops or nothing to get some catapults to take down the beast army. And as you can see over here as well, with the additional 4th base, the economy from Joshers takes a massive leap. It's also 8 workers ahead, but can obviously spread them out way more efficiently. So yeah, 400 to 500 gold per minute advantage. Also still a massive advantage when it comes to the efficiency of the engagements. This army though has to pull back. Not that many wolves remain to protect the snakes. But soon with the 1-1 upgrade, that's not going to be too big of a deal. Still, 5 snakes at the same time being produced. He has 6 wolf dens ready to rumble. So the army can very fast, can expand very fast. For a player in the red, another wolf den going to be constructed, so even more production on the way. 1-1 is almost going to be completed. I did see a single forge being completed for Neagat. But is it going to be enough though? I highly doubt it, as he is also getting himself a 4th base. He is quite behind when it comes to the 4th though, so he is going to fall further and further and further behind. One Forge going for the armor upgrade first is going to run into a 1-1 army from a player in the red though. His army from Neagat is completely out of position, so these are going to be a few very easy pickoffs. No watchtower at the natural base, so they will have a free reign when it comes to the entire army over here. Snakes with the 1 attack upgrade bonus. Definitely going to be taken down this army relatively quickly because of the attack speed being so fast. The army is going to be surrounded though by the retreating army from Neagat though. Is it going to be able to take down anything? No. Focus fire is going to be enough to take down snakes. 1 snake is going to be taken down. But is it going to be enough though? A lot of wolves have been taken down, but just 5 snakes. Apart from that, nothing really. The losses are very much greater on the side of Neagat, as you can obviously tell over here as well. 1200 gold, more of an efficient engagement. And over here, this is just 2 production cycles of units. Going to take out these soldiers, a very easy pick-off, and is going to try and probably harass the 4th, but is going to find some of the soldiers. This main army though is going to clash, but there are 2 watchtowers pretty much ready to fight. 1.5 at this point. But this is going to be enough. 1 is completed from Joshers, 2 is almost completed. There's almost just only 1 armor upgrade for Neagat, so he will soon be 3 upgrades behind, and I believe that that is going to be a massive game changer in these fights. The 1-1 isn't too big just yet, but once the 2-2 kicks in versus just the 0-1, yeah, that is not going to be great. The snakes with the DPS is just going to be absolutely insane. I feel like Joshers wants to make just a few more wolves than snakes at this point, because he needs a little bit of the front line, as all of these wolves are being taken down by the archers. But yeah, these snakes also being faster than the archers, it's just nothing that Neagat can do over here, because all of those units are going to be hunted down. He can just engage and disengage wherever he wants. He is attacking at 2 sides at the same time. Those archers are going to die on the right hand side. These soldiers are a little bit of a nuisance because they are quite tanky and still deal quite a bit of damage, but I believe that he is going to be able to take it down very quickly. More and more army is still being produced. 700 gold per minute advantage for our friend in the red. He's also 1300 gold ahead when it comes to the mine gold, and 2500, 2500 gold more efficient. So in total, that's 14 plus 2.5k is almost 4000 gold ahead than our player in the blue, which is just absolutely insane. His economy still very much greater. And I expect Joshers, with the 4 workers running out over here, is probably going to make a 5th base with 3 watchtowers. I don't expect anything else, at least. 1 base is going to be made, 1 watchtower is going to be made. A house is going to be made and another watchtower, so a house is going to be interesting. Not a bad idea though if you have a total of 7 wolf dens, and also 2 barracks, because he managed to get himself a mage's guild as well. He is getting himself a few mages, is getting himself a fireball. I'm not entirely sure if it's going to be an amazing addition to this army. However, slowing down the army of Neagat with the mages even more is just allowing him for an insane concave. And of course as well, apart from just slowing, if he slows the army and shoots some fireballs as well, that's going to be a great addition to the DPS in there as well. So this is going to be interesting. A huge fight. First fireball is going down, running through the entire army. Does slow down the army further as well. Nothing that these soldiers can do. A lot of them are just stuck behind other soldiers. A lot of lost DPS. And look at this size of the army. It is 20 soldiers versus 20 wolves and 23 snakes. The archers are almost all completely gone. Nothing that he can really do. It's just a big massacre. Upgrade lead. It's 2-2 versus 0-2. And it's almost 3-3, so even more of a disadvantage for a player in the blue. There is just so much beast army still remaining, and I highly doubt that this is going to be it. Joshers, I believe, if he just continued to attack, would have probably taken down the army, but yeah, the soldiers, quite tanky though. You can easily outrun them though. This bird is not actually scouting around the entire base, but having that said, does it matter? 2,000 gold for playing a red just in the bank, so I am not entirely sure what he is going to do. He is going to get himself 4-4, which cut a little bit into his bank, but he wants to continue some production as he is right now. 3 wolves, 2 snakes. I feel like he wants to just add a few more production buildings and continue expanding and establish his lead even more, because I think that his main base is going to be mined out relatively quickly. Yes, only 180 gold remaining. Having that said though, I don't think it's going to be enough. This army is going to be taken down relatively quickly. Neagat himself did manage to get himself a church and get priests to heal his army, but I doubt it's going to be enough. 4 more mages enter the field, going to slow down the entire army. More fireballs are being cast. Not the most damage being dealt by those, but slowing down this army is great for all of these snakes. This entire beast army just going to hunt it down, and GG is being called from Neagat. More army would be on the way and a lot more production over here as well. 2.2k gold in the bank, completely supply blocked because he hit the supply cap. It's 150 versus 81. Yeah, nothing he could do. Nothing that Neagat could do. It was just a matter of time before he would be run down. Yeah, very, very well played. So Joshers09 takes the 1-0 lead when it comes to all of the information that I have between these two. And yeah, it's a decisive victory as well. Once again, look at the income difference. 2.7k gold mined more while he was mining 600 per minute more. And he was 4,000 gold ahead when it comes to the gold efficiency in the battles. So 4,000 gold plus 2.7 is almost, well, 6.7 thousand gold. Almost 7,000 in total if you just gave it a few more seconds. That is huge. That is absolutely insane and disgusting. APM wise, they are very close to each other. But yeah, absolutely insane. I have to say though, of that 6.7k, pretty much 2k was in the bank of Josh's, so... But still, the money does give him quite some capabilities, or abilities, to maybe get himself... Well, he did get himself a fortress, maybe get himself some dragon lairs, multiple ones, and have a dragon switch, because he would easily be able to do that, and with the... 3-3 and almost 4-4 coming up. Once those dragon lairs would be finished and the dragons would be pop out, those would have 4-4 upgrades. Yeah, nothing that Neagat could do. And he realized as well as he GG'd out. So, enough yapping from me, enough rambling from me. This was a great match. Very well played, both of you. And of course, especially Joshers after taking this victory. And once again, I appreciate you guys sharing the replays with me. The game just 2 seconds off of the perfect timestamp, just 18 minutes, just over 18 minutes. It's very well played. And yeah, and I appreciate everyone watching this cast. If you like the game, obviously, let me know in the comments and let the players know in the comments as well. Or, of course, if you join Little Wargame yourself, let them know in the lobby chat or in the Discord as well. And yeah, that's going to be it for me for now. If you do not want to miss out on any of the future casts, including hopefully a lot of the series of Little War Games Pro League 6, which is on the way at the time that this cast is going to be released. Then obviously hit the subscribe button as well. There is so many great games that I still have to cast, and that is not even including the tournament. Good luck, have fun in any of the games that you are going to play yourself, if it's going to be Little War Game or any other game that you are going to play. I hope you'll have a great time. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Until then, have a great day, my dudes.